Hello, my friends, and welcome to our August energy update for August 7th through to the 14th. We have some beautiful themes that we are going to dive into today. So to go right into our reading, we have some themes starting off with words of expression, sharing ourselves despite fear or ridicule, releasing the bad stories and lies, wise leader, principles, gut feelings and tenacity, creating heaven on earth, cleaning up our side of the street, worthiness around financial freedom, creating a plan for the future, meditation and clarity, asking ourselves the important questions, deep healing of earthly and planetary wounds. So to dive right into our first theme this week, words of expression. So we definitely have a real highlight on the throat chakra this week, which I feel has been a dominant theme the past few weeks, to be honest, if not months, where we're really getting a lot of clarity around who we are, what we stand for, and what we're needing to say. And so this week I definitely saw right away this need to express. So where have we been holding ourselves back? Where have we not been speaking our truth, our peace, our feelings? And I'm seeing this beautiful energy of release. So pouring out what's dear to our heart, being vulnerable this week is really being highlighted. And a lot of us are really needing to trust that we are able to truly speak our truth, because a lot of us have this story that, you know, we're not worth it, we shouldn't be able to say our piece. A lot of us who are chronic people pleasers, we might be really struggling with this. But what I'm really seeing this week is this energy of the throat and the heart, and really coming to this understanding that, you know what, I matter too. What I have to say is important. And even if you're going to bother someone with your truth, it doesn't change the fact that this is your truth. And I'm seeing this combination of us recognizing who we are now, what we stand for, and allowing ourselves to come to this equilibrium within ourselves, this harmony within ourselves, that we come to this realization of, you know what, I am worth it. Whatever I have to say, whether it's to an individual, whether it's to, a cause, whatever this might be for you, I'm just really seeing us get in touch with our heart space and go, you know what, this is what I need to speak. This is what I need to say. And I'm seeing us really dip into this element of vulnerability. So we no longer are afraid to share our piece. So from that theme, we dip into this sharing ourselves despite fear or ridicule. Okay, so what I'm really seeing with this theme is we are becoming aware now of who we are. And even if there's fog around this, if you're in this element of self-discovery, the guidance and encouragement this week is to really just trust yourself. Trust what feels right is right. And I'm really hearing keeping this very close in mind, that our lives are our own responsibility, because I'm seeing a lot of us give away our power at this time. A lot of us, allowing others to tell us what we need to hear when we have everything within us to move forward. And this is what I really feel, this energy of this first week, or moving into the second week of August here, is this removal of the fog and really getting clarity of what we're consciously choosing every day. And what they keep showing me is these small steps. So a lot of us have been wanting to take charge. A lot of us have been wanting to bulldoze ourselves and go through, especially since we went through cancer season, we went through so many different chaotic energies, and really coming to this understanding of our emotions. And this theme is continuing on, my friends. So we're needing to have patience. We're needing to allow ourselves to balance the divine feminine and the divine masculine at this time. and taking charge where we need to. So with this, we don't want to bulldoze ourselves and miss the important steps, the important emotions that we feel. We need to honor these things, and we need to feel them this week. But within that, finding this inner strength that we can choose different. We can choose what we're going to be doing every single day, what we're going to be choosing every day. And that's what I really see as a very dominant theme this week, is having this awareness, this mindfulness of our responsibility of what we are choosing every single day, and how we no longer need to be a victim to life. We can honor our feelings, but also not be a victim to how we feel. We can choose at any time to direct ourselves forward. And that's where this element of sharing ourselves despite fear and ridicule really comes to the fore here. So our guides are really encouraging us this week to allow ourselves to be vulnerable, allow ourselves to open up the door and slowly reveal who we've become. Show others that beautiful heart that we have. And they're showing me this beautiful ruby. So seeing the beauty in ourselves, seeing how, our hearts are really these precious jewels that are meant to be showcased, that are meant to be shared. And despite the fear, or despite these old stories or old paradigms, or even current ones that are running, whether we're getting, this fear of opening up to others, whatever this may be for you, we're getting this guidance to really allow ourselves to consciously choose to share ourselves, to be ourselves, and really stand up in our worth and value this week. So despite any fear, despite any ridicule, you will have that inner pride this week when you choose yourself, when you speak up, when you say your piece, when you remain true to you. So really beautiful theme here. And with that, we end up going into this theme of releasing the bad stories or the lies. Okay, so this is really interesting. I was kind of surprised when I heard the word bad stories, and I thought, oh, that's an interesting way to put it, the bad stories. And what I was really getting from this was this understanding of what we view as bad. Because when we're children, we're told, oh, that's bad, or this is good, this is bad. And we're told right away what is right and what is wrong. And we continually got shaped and molded with this defining program of what is what. And a lot of us have been stooped in these illusions of what life needs to be from society, from family, from religion, whatever that may be for you. And what I'm really seeing is this freedom that's coming through this week of liberating ourselves of these stories and really beginning to question, is this really my truth? Is this really resonating with me? These belief systems that perhaps I've had all my life. And I'm seeing us really begin to question. And with that questioning, we begin to get this clarity, this illumination of what we might have believed before in the past as wrong or as right may shift this week. And I'm seeing this illumination really come in, where we're freeing ourselves from illusions, from pain, and from victimhood. So I wrote rising into the champion of our lives. So we're really taking the bull by the horns this week. We're really stepping into power, and we're really getting more and more clarity around our true selves, what we stand for, what we really want to believe. And with this, it's just such a freeing feeling. And I feel this hurt that a lot of us have been experiencing, this pain that we've been experiencing, we've been releasing, doing so much shadow work recently. And we're really getting this freedom from this energy. So when we begin to consciously choose and take responsibility and ownership of our beliefs, we begin to free what no longer resonates. So it's quite cool. With this, I'm also seeing this trickle into our relationships this week, and I do see them being a theme. So for those of us who maybe have been struggling with conflicts, we definitely have this theme of forgiveness the past 2 weeks. So perhaps some things have been triggering you. Perhaps there's been some things that have been coming up from your past for healing with others. And what the guidance was this week was to really, once again, take that responsibility of yourself and allowing yourself to come to this energy of healing conflicts with patience, love, and compassion. And when I say that, a lot of times we immediately jump to, okay, well, I have to do this because that's, once again, the right thing for me to do is to give this person this and this and this. But what I really am getting right as I say this is, where are we needing to apply this to ourselves as well? So maybe we've had this story, this conflict, this issue with others in our lives, but how can we fairly see things, and how can we come to a space of our true essence of love? And I'm seeing, once again, when we get in touch with our authenticity, when we really get in touch with what we believe and who we've become now, we begin to once again put those qualities of compassion, of love, of understanding into the situation at hand. So that is the guidance. How can we free ourselves once again from these conflicts, from these things that might be really triggering us this week, and deal with them in this way where we're patient with ourselves. We don't force or bulldoze ourselves. We don't ignore how we feel. We don't ignore our emotions. We honor them, and we come forward with this greater understanding and acceptance this week. So it's really beautiful. And from there, we're moving into this energy of wise leader. So I wrote, recognizing our personal strengths and moving into integrity with ease and grace. No longer needing to prove ourselves or anything. We no longer need to prove our worth and value. So with this little snippet, it was really cool because I really am seeing this energy once more rising up into the leader, rising up into this champion of our lives. And this is what's so cool this week, is I'm seeing us really rise into that energy where we're recognizing our power, and we're beginning to once again get more in touch with our integrity. But what's beautiful about this is I know a lot of us have struggled with this in the past, especially if you identify as a people pleaser, especially if you identify as someone who struggles with standing up for themselves. I'm seeing this come through now totally differently, where we're beginning to do this naturally. We're beginning to realize the validity of ourselves, and we're beginning to put more stock into who we are now. So everything moving forward comes with this energy of ease and grace. It's no longer awkward. It's no longer filling us with anxiety, or it's no longer making us feel wrong. And once again, we're releasing these stories and we're going into this power where it's like, you know what? No, like, this is my opinion and I can share it too. And I'm really just getting a lot of us needing to speak. So if this resonates, definitely take that. But however this lands for you this week, allowing yourself to not overthink, but to move forward, recognizing the wise leader that you've become, recognizing the wisdom that you have, brought into your life over the past few months, how you've transformed, and really applying that new version of self in every action. And I love this because we're no longer needing to prove ourselves, okay? So a lot of us have had this story that we need to prove ourselves better than the rest, or prove ourselves to be good enough. And these are stories, once again, I feel we are releasing, because this constantly puts us on the hamster wheel of life, where we loop and we loop and we go round and round and round, where we continue this activity of, I need to be better, I need to prove myself. And we never stop and slow down to honor the progress we've made, to honor who we are, and even give ourselves this energy of the divine feminine, where it's like, I can just be, and that be enough. And I'm seeing this week really coming to this understanding that, you know what? No, I am enough. I can do absolutely nothing and still be enough. And I'm seeing this greater understanding come in, this strength of will that starts coming in. And we're really beginning to see this worth and value come through. Absolutely beautiful. So from there we have principles. What do you stand for? What feels right? Okay, so a lot of us are needing to go deeper into our intentions, into what we really believe. And I know I mentioned that earlier, but this is really wanting to be its own theme this week. So what are your principles? What are your core values? And where do you want to shift them this week? So a lot of us are needing to reevaluate, and I'm really getting this understanding that we need to be grounded when we do so. So nature is being very highlighted this week to go and get grounded, to get centered, to really explore the depth of you. So really allow yourself time this week to ask those questions. What do I personally stand for? What feels right now for me? And how can you really cultivate those new values in your life? From there, we have gut feelings and tenacity. So going for what we want and reaching for the stars. So I love this. I love this so much because I feel like so many of us have been in this energy of what do I do next? How do I move forward? This confusion and this fog. And I really feel like we're needing to really trust ourselves this week, and this is really carrying forward. So how can we listen to our instincts? How can we listen to our gut feelings and move forward with tenacity? And I love that word tenacity. It's so much like this energy of like going for it, moving forward, but in this way that's very tenacious. Like, I'm happy to do it. I'm excited to do it. Like, let's get this done. And we're really moving into this energy of what lights you up. So this week we're really getting called to listen to those gut feelings as they arise and surface, and really allowing ourselves to really focus on what we want to gain in life, what we're gaining when we leave these old stories, when we listen to our intuition, as opposed to the fear of what we might lose. Okay, so some of us are being called to really analyze this. So if opportunities arise, I'm just kind of hearing that some opportunities might arise this week for you, and we're really needing to grasp them. Okay, so what I'm hearing is listen to your gut, go after those dreams. If something comes forward for you and you feel like, yes, I want to do it, you feel an excitement in your belly, you feel an urge to move forward, then listen. Don't second guess it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't focus on what you might lose. Focus on what you would be gaining and how you can really move your life into an energy of joy, into excitement, and really going for what you want. And honestly assessing the reasons why you're not. So this is quite a theme this week, to take a divinely guided chance and to really move forward to what you're being called to do this week. And I love that. So I wrote, we want to be reaching for the stars. So perhaps we're going to get this opportunity, a message. I'm kind of feeling that as well come through here. So whatever this is for you, it's like, go for it. We have the green light. And what I love about this is we're getting finally this balance come in of giving and receiving, because I'm really feeling like a lot of us have been giving. We've been tired. We've been, go with a lot of us. And a lot of us have been even mentally just very exhausted with this confusion and this energy that's been in our collective energies the past few weeks. But I really feel us coming into this energy of, now it's time for me to receive. Now it's time for me to gain what I truly want and to move forward into what truly lights me up. So don't be surprised if this theme of giving and receiving comes in, making sure we have those boundaries, making sure we're open to receive these opportunities and not to let them pass you by, okay? And if you need help with this, call in your guides. We're getting huge guidance to ask for help, okay? Your angels want to help you. Your guides want to be there. Your ancestors are listening. So are you regularly asking specifically for what you need help with in your daily life? And if not, do so. I'm also seeing us really get focused on service this week. So if we have been in this confusion, because I'm feeling some of us still are, if we're still unsure of our next move, don't start overthinking and getting yourself worked up into a state. You don't need to have all the answers. This is what I'm getting. So it's like, allow yourself to just focus on what you can control. And if you get nervous, focus on service, okay? This is that little mantra. If you get nervous, focus on service. So how can we make the world a better place? How can we truly take care of our needs and others in our immediate circle or those around us? How can we contribute to beauty, to love, to healing in this world? And this is a very dominant theme this week, which we'll be touching on later on as well. Because I'm really getting this energy that we are here to make waves. And those of you who are light workers, those of you who really identify as that energy here, we are really being called to stand up, to make a difference, to make waves, even in these times of confusion. How can we show our uniqueness, reveal who we are, and really stand in that personal power and strength, okay? So I love this. Have complete commitment to yourself. You deserve it. All right, so then we have this theme of creating heaven on earth. What can you do now to create your dream life? Okay, this is once again where this divine masculine is coming in. Take action. So with this, how can we go for it? How can we create the life we desire right now? And what I'm really hearing is sometimes with our dreams, we do go big. We're like, okay, I want this. And we tend to have this impatience because we're human. We're like, well, I want it now. How can I get there? How can I? And then we get this energy of disappointment because we're taking smaller steps than we wanted. And I'm hearing this story for a lot of us. So we're taking these small steps. We're making progress, but we're getting impatient. And so what I'm getting, it's like, but what can we do now to create the dream life that you want long term? And so what I'm kind of hearing is, once again, this action plan coming into place. Okay, so how can we create the environment that makes us feel abundant? And what I'm kind of hearing with this, if your dream is to, as an example, have more peace, maybe your dream is to have this peaceful cabin by the lake, whatever that dream is, but we'll just use that for an example. If that's what you're craving, if that's what you're working towards, get clarity around what exactly that's going to feel like, and then recreate that feeling in your current reality every single day. So as an example, if you want that lake house, how can you create the same feeling in your current home? How can you create more tranquility? How can you create more peace? And how can you listen to what your dreams are truly asking of you? And what I mean by that is, a lot of times what we want, what we dream, what we desire is usually an unmet need that we can actually meet right now. So what unmet need is coming forward? So using that example of the lake house, well, maybe you're needing more nature. Maybe you are needing more peace. And then you can go from there, oh, where do I need more peace in my life? Where do I need to say no to things? And where am I needing to say more yes to me? Where am I needing more grounding? Where am I needing more centering in my life? A lot of us feel this need that we have to escape our realities. We have to escape our lives to have the dream. But that's not true. Wherever we are, we're going to be living our human life. So even when we have that lake house, are we going to be able to fully enjoy that lake house when we have it? And if not, how can we prepare ourselves to truly live life to the fullest? So how can you create your heaven on earth right now and begin making that action plan? And stay strong in your faith, okay? Because I'm seeing a lot of us getting disappointments. I'm seeing a lot of us feeling like we've been held back from what we want, but this is truly not the case. And what I'm really hearing is allowing ourselves to let the universe direct the way. Once again, maybe we have these dreams that look very specific, and maybe we're needing to be more flexible. Maybe we need to allow the universe to show us what's actually going to be for our highest good, and trust in the divine timing. If something's not working, there's a reason. If we're forcing things and things aren't coming together, there's a reason. So listen to your intuition this week and notice the signs that your angels and guides are sending you. What direction are they pointing right now? And how can you listen? How can you truly move more in that direction? So stay strong in your faith. Know that everything is going to work out for your highest and greatest good. So stay positive, my friends. I know the past few weeks' energies have been very heavy. So moving from there, we have cleaning up our mess and cleaning up our side of the street. So I wrote, releasing all forms of toxicity and true recognition of healthy dynamics. Releasing guilt and anger over the past, recognizing our hurt and feeling our pain. Okay, so we kind of touched briefly on this earlier, but once again, it wanted to come through. So we have this energy of really taking responsibility of our side of things. So if we've been in conflicts, this could definitely resonate. If we are healing a lot of our past, this would definitely be a theme for that this week as well. So what I keep getting is the burden of this, the burden of the situation, the burden of the past. Carrying that around has truly made us weary. And it's time to let the burden go. It's time to set this burden down, to clear the path, to clear the way for new, okay? And what I'm seeing is this week we might get this illumination of where we've been still holding on to connections past their due date, where we've been holding on to habits or toxicity that truly is not for our highest good. And with this, we begin to see the sharp contrast of how we lived life before, how we put up and settled for things in the past that we no longer want to settle for now. And I'm seeing this recognition really land of where we're slowly beginning to see what a healthy dynamic truly is. So this really feels like friendships. This really feels like family, any sort of connections this week. This may be very large theme that wants to come forward, okay? So allowing yourselves to let go of whatever this might be for you. And with this, we had the dominant emotions of guilt and anger from the past. So with this, give yourself permission to let go. Give yourself to feel what you feel, because I'm seeing a lot of us suppress these emotions because once again, we might have this story that it's wrong to feel them. It's wrong for me to focus on myself. Whatever the story is that is on autopilot for you, we're needing to assess and go, you know what? When those emotions rise, I'm going to give myself permission to feel them. And I'm really seeing us do this week where it's like, you know what? I am angry. You know what? I do feel guilt over this, or I feel ashamed of this. I wish I could have done something different. And as soon as we get that story going, let yourself feel what you feel and write it down. I'm seeing a lot of us journal this out. I'm seeing a lot of us pour our hearts out. And we're really needing to do this because this is healing. This is cleaning. This is clearing up all of the energies that have been stifled, that have been stuck within our bodies. And it's really allowing this release to come through. And I'm seeing a lot of us maybe even apologize to people in the past, wherever we're feeling guilt, wherever we're feeling hurt. And even if it's nothing big, and it's been years later, I'm just hearing us still needing to let go of any guilt we're feeling and liberate ourselves regardless. So whether you do this through writing a letter and burning it, whether you actually speak to a person you might have hurt in the past, or you feel guilt over, whatever comes up for you, allowing yourself to express it in a healthy way that feels right. And we have a lot of support with this week. So as we go through these highs and lows, as we go through this, up and down, I'm really hearing we are supported. So doing this work is not always easy. Being a spiritual person is not always easy. Allowing yourself to do the healing work that you are trying to do is not easy, okay? But with that, remember you have support. Remember that the universe is your partner. The universe is loving you and helping you in all the ways that it can. And even if you're going through a tough time right now, it's all serving a higher purpose to help free you from the past, to free you from conflict, to free you from these emotions and stories that have perhaps held you in the same space for years. And it's truly a beautiful release that I'm seeing this week. And specific ascended masters are definitely wanting to be utilized. So call upon Christ, call upon Kuan Yin, call upon those beautiful deities or specific angels and ascended masters that you feel you resonate with this week, and really allow them to help you. Okay, so really find those blessings in disguise. Next, we have worthiness around financial freedom, releasing the need for punishment and self-sabotage. So those of us who have been struggling financially, those of us who have been really trying to structure our finances, I'm seeing a lot of us come to this realization that it's been due to our beliefs and needing to restructure. So with this, we're releasing the need to punish ourselves. So if you're someone, you're like, I don't know what it is, I can't hold on to money, I have to spend it, I have to constantly give it away. Where are we holding on to stories that say money is wrong, that money is dirty, that it's selfish to have money? And where are you telling yourself the story that you deserve to be in poverty? And really checking in if there's any karmic energies that are also playing a role in this. So any past lives, any of these old stories that are needing to be released and cleared, to really work with people who can help you do that, or go and meditate to help yourself do so and get that clarity of releasing and healing this week. Because I'm seeing a lot of us in this repetition of sabotage. So as soon as we begin to figure out, okay, we have this, the ego comes in and sabotages. And so I'm really hearing, really get uncomfortable. This is the advice that's coming in. It's like, get uncomfortable. Allow yourself to get really honest. Where are you sabotaging? Where are you punishing yourself? Where are you holding these stories? And where do you need to make an action plan? Okay, so this is really strong guidance for those of you who are struggling with finances right now, and fear of finances. And we're needing to release a lot of these resentments that we have and stories that we have around money. And coming from this energy of there's always enough. If other people have it, I can have it too. The universe is abundance and holds abundance for all. And allowing ourselves to let go of the lack mentality. Okay, so with this, creating an action plan for the future without sacrificing integrity. So this is another big one that I wrote down. So where are we, once again, sabotaging for money? So once again, if we are, say, having this goal of, really mastering our spirituality, of, going this path that lights us up, allowing ourselves to come to the realization where we might be sabotaging that path by putting all of our stock and energy into the material world. Okay, and so with this, I'm getting the guidance to really get clear again on who you are, what you want, what is integrous to you, and in any aspect of money, career, work, are you sacrificing something you shouldn't? Okay, and a lot of us have this story, well, I need to do this so I can get this, but we need to shift this mindset. Everything is always available. And once again, what is your understanding of money? What is your understanding of receiving? Okay? And allowing yourself to get honest. What is calling you now? How can you listen? Are you listening to where your intuition is telling you to go? Or are you getting caught up in the fear? Are you getting caught up in money, in materialism? When we listen to our true selves, when we step into our true authentic selves, and our power, we know that regardless, the universe has got our back. The money will flow. And I'm not saying to be irresponsible, but I'm saying allow yourself to make decisions without sacrificing your integrity. Very strong message. So I wrote down, what is calling you now? How can you step up and lead? How can you become the leader in your life and take responsibility for your actions? So the guidance was to meditate, get clarity around you and your mission. What do you want to do in this world? Who do you want to be? What do you think your life purpose is here? How can you live a life more with joy? And how can you prioritize that without sacrificing? And what I'm really getting is that answers are coming, and to await them with divine timing and recognize that wherever you are now is right where you need to be, always. So if we're in this state of unsure, if we're in the state of stress and anxiety, if we're unsure of why we are stuck, okay, once again, shift the perception. Why am I in the space that I'm in? What am I needing to learn at this time? How can I make the most of this situation? How can I take advantage of this slowdown to give the body, mind, and energy of me recuperation and love? How can I prioritize self-care? So these are the questions we are being asked to really delve into when we're feeling stuck, when we're feeling like things aren't progressing, when we're feeling things are slowing down. Ask yourself these questions and see what comes through. This awareness of deeper healing of earthly and planetary wounds was really interesting, that presented right after this. So this is a very strong theme, and to bring this awareness to a larger degree. So a lot of us have been very much in our own worlds of late. We've been needing to do this deep healing. We've been needing to do the shadow work. We've been needing to do such deep healing. And with this, we're needing to recognize now how that healing is affecting things on a larger level. So we also have this element of the world energies, the collective energies are really strongly dominant in freedom right now. How can we free ourselves from the old stories, the old paradigm? And more we're seeing people struggle under the theme that I must suffer, that I must be a slave to whatever belief system you are currently in, whatever the stories you've been fed as a child or grew up with, the stories we cannot love ourselves, the stories we cannot have oneness, that we all must be divided, the story that we are slaves to life, the story that we are victims to every circumstance and we have no control. And a lot of us are waking up to the truth, okay? And with this, we need to recognize that what we're healing right now, it's not just about us. It's about the world. And what was so beautiful is as we move through this healing, we need to have this awareness that as I heal, you heal. As others heal, we heal the world. We raise the vibration, and really getting the understanding of how big our healing truly is. It's not just about you. It's not just about ourselves. As we do this work, it so heals everyone around us. It heals our lineage. It heals the people around us by our vibrations rising. And it is so important to have this understanding this week. So no matter what you are going through, you keep having that bigger picture. And we're being asked to once again ask some questions. So how can we unlearn the patterns of hate, of shame, of blame? How can we personally see the bigger picture and contribute to the world's healing? How are you wanting to contribute to the world around you? How are you being called to step up and lead? And we had these beautiful mantras that then wanted to come through for us this week. Be love. I embody love every day. I choose to love myself now. I am empowered by life. I am safe. I recognize my value to this world. As I heal, so does the world. And with these beautiful mantras that we're coming in for us to repeat, it really was, they really were showing me how this continually raises the vibration on this earthly level. And it was so beautiful to see. And I kept being shown the world and being shown the vastness and expanse of the universe, and really getting that clarity of how vital even each of us are, no matter how small we might feel, no matter how insignificant we may be in this big, wide universe, but understanding the power that each of us has and the ownership and responsibility that we can take when we take charge and take that divinely guided action, and how we all are contributing to the rising of the world's vibration. And with this beautiful energy of blessings and gratitude from the universe and for us to the universe was coming through. And we're beginning to see the blessings everywhere we look. We're beginning to see the love everywhere we look. We're beginning to put on our rose-colored glasses and go, you know what? Today I choose love. Today I choose to be a light worker. Today I choose to help others around me. No matter how grumpy they may be, I'm going to allow myself to shine. I'm going to step into my purpose, into who I am, and I'm going to embrace every moment that I have in this beautiful earthly existence. And we are consciously choosing it this week. So once again, if you're struggling with this, repeat those mantras. Embody love. Ask your guides to help you. Help where you can help others. Help yourself where you can help yourself. Have that inner strength. Have that awareness. And notice the beauty that is constantly around us, because it's always there, my friends. So that concludes our reading today. I really hope you enjoyed this week's energy update. And if you did, please let me know. If you are interested in working one-on-one with me, if you would like a deep healing session, if that's calling, if you would like to learn Reiki or sign up for any of my courses, I also have online courses available where you can work through them at your own pace on your own computer and have access to me. If any of those things call, please reach out. I would love to connect. Have a beautiful and blessed week, my friends. Bye.